Hello everyone and welcome. We are doing an expedition guide for Ark Raiders again. We did one of these for the first wipe. It's now the second wipe that we're going up for. It's in 40 days time from the recording of this video, and I thought I'd go through it again. It's changed a little bit from last time in the terms of what you need to do to complete the expedition, so maybe there's some extra tips for you guys to help you get this done quickly. And we're also going to go over it. If you've never done a wipe before, if you didn't take part in the first one, we now know exactly what that is, and we can talk more about exactly what this is if you're wondering what is an expedition, why do I want to wipe. So let's start with that. If you go to your Raider and go to your projects menu, you have your expedition here. There's 6 stages to it. And if you go into your expedition, you can click on the About Me tab at the bottom, and it goes through here basically what the expedition is. Now in short, you're basically going to reset your character. You are going to send your character off in a caravan, they're going to retire, and you have a brand new start. And on this details tab here, you can see what will be reset and what will be kept. So when you do the expedition and you send your character away, you will lose your stash upgrade progress, your inventory items, your blueprints, your coins, your player level, skill points, raider den, workshop, and quests. But you will keep your unlocked maps, your codex entries, raider tokens, cred, merits, raider dex progress, active leaderboards, trials, cosmetics, personal event progress, and any bonus skill points or bonus stash slots you've earned from previous expeditions. I'm not sure what that caps at, but you keep them. And then once you do the wipe, you can get some more bonus skill points and bonus stash slots to buff that up even more. So as we go through this, it talks about the rewards and buffs and exactly what you get for wiping your character. It talks about the steps and the event calendar. It's a rotating 60 days that it does this, and you also get some more rewards. Well, the first time we had an outfit as well for doing the wipe. So that's basically why you want to wipe, because you can get some extra stash space and you can get extra skill points. You don't have to do this though. Just be warned, anything that you put into this expedition up until the window opens to send your character away will be lost if you decide not to do it. You don't have to. In the window when it does arrive, you've got to decide to actually do it. But if you finish this expedition and don't do it, and you decide not to, you want to keep your character, again, you lose everything that you've inputted into it. So just be wary of that and only start doing this if it's something that you definitely want to do. Otherwise, you're just going to waste resources. So let's get into it. We're going to go through each of the steps. There's 6 steps here. We're going to go through each step with you now and complete the expedition, give us some tips along the way. For step 1, foundation, we've got to donate metal parts, plastic parts, arc alloy, and steel springs. So I'm not going to go over this really, because metal parts, plastic parts, arc alloy, this is all very easy. You get these off Scrappy, and arc alloy will drop off pretty much any arc. So just make sure that you get a load of these and commit all of your resources. So we're going to do that now. As for steel springs are very common items. You will find them a lot. If you're struggling to find 15 of them though, if you go to your traders and go to Celeste, she does sell 10 of them a day. So you can use seeds to get steel springs if needed. You can also get them from dismantling items as well. Again, they're very easy. You should be able to get them no problem. So I'm going to donate my steel springs as well. And that's going to complete stage 1. We're now into stage 2, which is the core systems. For this, we need durable cloth, wires, electrical components, and cooling coils. We'll start with the durable cloth. This again is a very easy one. You can see I've only got 4 of them, so I need to get 35 of them. If we go over to our workshop and go to our workbench, not a workbench, sorry, I think it's our refiner maybe. Yeah, refiner. You can find durable cloth here. So as long as you've got enough fabric, you can craft all the durable cloth that you need. If it does cost quite a lot of fabric though, so maybe you just want to go and find it again. It is quite a common item, but it is craftable, so just build up your fabric and craft it until you've got enough. Once you have 35 durable cloth, the next thing you're going to need is 25 wires. These are again a very common item. You'll find them all over the place. You can also dismantle or recycle a lot of items to create wires as well. And again, if we go to the traders and go to Celeste, she also sells 10 wires a day. So if you're short on them, use your seeds to buy them as well. But a very easy item for you to find. And then the next one, if we go to back to projects, is electrical components. We need 20 electrical components. These aren't as common as the others to find. You will find them when you're out and about raiding. However, again, you can go to your workshop, you can go to refiner, and you can create electrical components just through plastic and rubber parts. So if you're short on these, just go and craft them, no problem. The last item that you need for stage 2 of the expedition is cooling coils. I still need one of these. I'm going to show you a great location on where you can find them, but they are rare. This might take a little bit of time. So I'm going to show you now where I'm going to find my last one. Hopefully you can find it from that location. If we go over to the damn battlegrounds, it can be found in industrial areas, and on the damn battlegrounds we have a couple. You can go to the hydroponic dome complex, which is industrial, and you're likely to find them there. So that's a good spot. The only thing with that is there's a high loot value area. There's going to be a lot of arc there. There could also be players there as well that are also wanting your loot. So you might want an easier area. And an easier area on Dam to search and still have a good chance of getting this is here at the primary facility. It is an industrial area. It's just off the side to a high loot value area. And you're normally left alone here. So it's quite a good area to loot. So we're going to head there on Dam Battlegrounds and see if we can find one. So where we are at the primary facility, you've got all this like loading bay area that we're in, which is great to search. But then there's some inside areas as well. I'm just going to start looting up and we'll see if we can find one. I'll show you the location I get it if one pops up. And there we go. We've got a cooling coil just in this area that I mentioned in the loading bay area. It was in one of these. We can literally find it anywhere, so do search everything for it because it can pop up anywhere. And if you don't get it in this area, like I said, you can go and check inside as well. We just got a second one, so we found 2 here. But the inside area, so away from like the main entrance where you go out, there's this door here. You can breach this door, and this is a good room to check also. It's a real good area. Like, look at the bag I've got just from doing that loading bay area. But I'm going to get out now because I only need one of them. We'll go and bank it. Hopefully it won't take you too many times to get 4 cooling coils from that location, and once you have them, you're ready to go. Stage 2 is done. So we'll commit all of these resources, and then we'll move on to stage 3. Stage 3 is the framework, and for this you need to find 4 light bulbs, you need 30 batteries, you need 10 shredder gyros, and you need an Exodus modules. Your hardest part about this one is going to be the shredded gyros. I had no idea you needed 10 of them. I've saved 6 thinking I had enough in advance. We need to go and get some more of them. We'll speak about those in a bit though, because the other 3 are very easy. So Exodus modules and batteries. Exodus modules are a rare drop. You'll just see on the previous location I did pick up one of them. You'll find them all over the place. They are more common in high loot value areas, but they are a very rare drop. However, the beautiful thing about the Exodus modules is that if we go over to the trader and back to Celeste, you can buy 1 per day with seeds. So if you need to, just go and buy that one. And the same with batteries. Batteries are a very common item. You can break stuff down or recycle stuff down into batteries as well. But you'll find these a lot. They are very, very common. If you are short on batteries for whatever reason, you can buy 10 per day from Celeste with some seeds. So just buy them if you need them. So with those 2 items done and committed, the hardest ones are going to be the shredder gyros and the light bulbs. However, there's a guaranteed spawn location for light bulbs. So we'll start with this one. I've got 3. I need 1 more. But if you come to this location, you will most certainly get one. And it's on Dam Battlegrounds. So head to Dam Battlegrounds. And where we're heading is to the electrical substation. Just outside of this is a car. When you search this car, you're guaranteed a light bulb every single time. The location of the car is just here right in front of me. It's not been looted yet. You can see where I am on the map at the electrical substation. So this is where you want to head to. This car's just outside. And if you search the bonnet of the car, you are guaranteed a light bulb every single time. And there we have it. A light bulb. So just come here. Make sure you bring a safe pocket if you definitely want to get it out. And you'll find a light bulb every single time until you have 4 of them. Now, another good area, just to quickly check, just beyond that car is just the building at the end here while you're here. Because there's a chance in this building that you may find another light bulb. It's got some containers in here where they tend to drop. Light bulbs can also be found in like high loot areas and things like that. But you're going to find them in drawers and lockers and stuff like this. So it's also worth checking here. Another place on Dam I tend to find a lot of light bulbs is in the research and administration building. Upstairs in there's a lot of drawers and lockers. But that one at the electrical substation, that car is guaranteed every time. So with the light bulbs done, all we've got left is the shredder gyros, and these can only be got on the one map, and they can be quite tricky to take down. For this, all I'm going to take in is an anvil with some heavy ammo and some healables. Nothing special. This will do. I'm going to make sure I have a safe pocket as well. And the map we need to head to is Stella Montis, because this is the only map that has the shredders on. So we're going to search for shredders on this map, and we're going to kill them until we find 10 of them for the expedition. Now, we've spawned at a very good location for them, because you're going to find plenty of them in the cultural archives. So this is a great area. You'll find them in medical research. You'll find them really in any of the high loot value areas. But they're all over the place. They're even on extractions like the lobby metro entrance. So don't worry too much. Going around this map, you are going to find them. The hardest part is taking them out, because they're a pain. But we've got 2 in here. We're going to have loads of ticks as well that we need to deal with. So be careful if you are in the cultural archives of all the ticks also. But the shredder, all you need in between you and the shredder is obviously some cover. The cover's going to keep you protected. And you want to aim for the thrusters. If you get some good shots at the thrusters, that's why you want the cover for when they explode. But if you get some good shots at the thrusters, they'll go on fire quite quickly. And just use the cover to your advantage. And this is how you take them out nice and quickly. And just like that, the shredder is dead. So just keep on shooting the thrusters until they die. Make sure you got cover in between you and them for when they do their explodey thingy. And you'll get your shredder gyros. So I've got another one in here. I'm going to keep on searching this map. I only need 4 more. But yeah, once you've killed 10 of these and collected 10, you'll be ready for the expedition. Once you have your 10 shredder gyros, you can commit those resources and you'll move on to level 4 of the expedition, outfitting. Now for this one, we need these items. We need 5 frequency modulation boxes. We need 5 advanced electrical components, 3 iron sputters, and 3 leaper pulse units. Now we're going to start here with the advanced electrical components because this is the easiest one. I'm going to commit those 5 right away. Now for advanced electrical components, if we just head over to our workshop and go to the refiner, you can make these. All you need is wires and electrical components. So electrical components, you're able to make them as well from plastic parts and rubber parts. So just make them, find wires, which are very, very common, and then you can craft these. So it's a nice and easy one to do. You can also find these quite commonly when you're raiding as well. You'll find them in electrical areas and pick these up also, but crafting them is definitely going to be the easier option. Remember, for wires as well, you can buy them from Celeste if needed. So this is a very easy one. We're moving on to frequency modulation boxes and ion sputters. These are going to be your toughest items to get. However, there is a location you can search for them where they do drop quite commonly. The epic item here, the sputter, will be more rare. Now, you are going to want to be heading to Stella Montis again for these items. If you have a look at them, they say they can be found in Exodus. So it's like Exodus areas you want to find them. But I'm going to be honest with you, I find these all of the time in the medical area on Stella Montis. So I highly recommend going into that area, making sure you have a safe pocket as well. And if we head to Stella Montis and just bring up the top of the map here, it's medical research that you want to search. Now, this is a medical and technological area, so it doesn't say Exodus, but they do pop up a lot here. They will pop up all over Stella Montis, like Assembly is an Exodus area, so Assembly would be a great place to search as well. But I just tend to find them in medical research quite frequently. It's a high value loot zone area, and this is where I'd be searching for these and where I'm going to search for them now and show you where I find them. Straight away, we found an ion sputter. So again, we're just in the medical research area. These spawn quite often here. I don't have a safe pocket. I am risking it. But what I highly suggest that you do when you go into this area, because it can be highly contested, is to make sure that you get yourself in some friendly lobbies, because it's a hot area, this map, for PvP. And to get into friendly lobbies, all you got to do is make sure, go in a few free loadout runs, just don't shoot anybody. If anybody goes to kill you, let them kill you, and eventually you'll get some friendly lobbies where people just work together. it doesn't appear like I am in one of those right now, so we're going to have to deal with this. And there's a frequency modulation box as well. So again, we're just in the medical area here at Stella Montes, and we found 2 items pretty much right away. That first player that was seen as a proper PvP map, we died. We're in another PvP map right now, but they're found very regular here. They are rare items, but if you just keep on coming to this medical research area of a safe pocket, keep on searching, you will find the items that you need for the expedition. Like I said, though, do try and get onto some friendly lobbies, because you can get friendly lobbies here. And when you get friendly lobbies here, it's so much easier because people just loot together. So yeah, just don't shoot anybody. You're more likely to get some friendlier lobbies. We've all just agreed to be friendly here now, so we're able to loot without dying, which is good. And just search the whole area. There's a lot to loot in this area. And it's a lot easier when people are being friendly and not shooting each other. On the run of this medical research area on Salamontes, this is what we got. We managed to get 2 frequency modulation boxes. We didn't get the ion spotter though. Instead, we found this gauge counter and a magnetron. But they do pop up, as you've seen in the clip a little bit earlier on. So just keep on searching this area. Keep on coming in, searching this area. You'll have them soon enough. Now, I'm not going to lie, these ion sputters are going to be hard to find. That's had my best run yet, getting 2 of them in 1 run. The other items, the frequency modulator boxes, do pop up quite a lot. But what I do suggest, depending on where you spawn in, the medical research is great and everything. However, that assembly workshops is just where I spawned and got 2 of them in the workshops and assembly area. So all of this area, the assembly workshops and the medical research, depending on what you're closest to, go and search them and good luck. Once you have the ion spotters and the frequency modulation boxes, you can commit them. And the last thing that we need to do for outfitting stage 4 is 3 Leaper pulse units. And this one is a nice and easy one. Now, there's loads of ways you can do this. Any map you can use, really. But this is, I'm going to explain how I like to do it and get some easy kills on these. I take in the hull cracker with a couple of stacks of launcher ammo. Both of these can be bought from the gun shop trader. So you can buy 1 hull cracker per day. You can get as much launcher ammo as you want from there. If you finish the quest line, you should be able to craft the hull cracker as well. These work very well on all arc, especially Leapers. But also, if you've got any Trailblazer grenades, these are very good. These can take arc down very quickly, so don't be fooled by the damage there. They're really good. So I'll show you that now when we try and take one out. But yeah, you can use anything. Use an anvil with heavy ammo, a ferro, like however you want to take these out. But this is the loadout I'm going in with to take out my Leaper. Just going to repair that shield before I forget. And the map I like to use is the dam. So on the dam, there's a couple of spawn locations of the Leaper that I'm going to check. I love it when it spawns on the water treatment elevator. This is a nice and easy one to do. There's also the testing annex where it can spawn. It can spawn in the red lakes as well, so you can check there. And it can spawn just near the hydroponic dome complex in this area here. Multiple can spawn. So we're going to go and check where it is. We're going to get a kill and show you some easy ways to kill it. Okay, so we found a Leaper here in the swamp area. So near the hydroponic dome complex. There wasn't one in the red lakes. So we're going to use this one. Now, with the Leaper, what you want is just a little bit of cover. So this building right next to it is going to be perfect. We just need to be careful that there's nothing else around. So we're good. Now, what we're going to do is use a hull cracker. I'm going to show you how good this grenade can do as well. So scares attention. Well, with not looking at us, what we could do is just get close and throw it at him. Completely missed. So let's get his attention. But this cover's got to keep us protected. Just keep on aiming for the eye. He normally runs away when he goes on fire. And there we go. So hole cracker's very easy, little bit of cover. I completely failed with a grenade, but hit those grenades, right? They'll just kill it instantly. And then the hardest part can be looting them because of players. So make sure you get the leaper pulse unit in a safe pocket and search the whole thing because these can drop more than one. So when you're lucky, I'm actually going to pick everything up so I know what I've searched. But when you're lucky, you'll get up to 3 leaper pulse units off of 1 leaper. I've had 3 before. But most of the time, you do just get the 1. So you need to kill 3 of these. I'm going to go... I think we're just going to get the 1 on this occasion. I think that's everything off that one. So we're now going to head to the water treatment lift to see if there's one there. Okay, let's go to the water treatment lift. There's none here. He's sometimes patrolling this area. It's a nice and easy one. You can call the extraction and get straight out. The last place to check is the testing annex, so go and check down there. These can spawn back in as well as the round goes, so you can always kind of lap back round if you want to try and get a second spawn of one. And we've came all the way over to testing annex, and there's not one here. It's a bunch of solos working together, so we might get out with them and come back in. Have another quick look at the red lakes, make sure we didn't miss it earlier. But no, so only 1 leaper we found on this run, but if you keep on repeating the run, you'll find enough leapers in no time and have your 3 leaper pulse units. Once you have got your 3 leaper pulse units, you are done with outfitting and stage 4 of the expedition. Just commit the resources and you'll move to stage 5. Now this technically is the last stage because stage 6 is going to be the expedition when it opens up in 40 days at the time of recording. So this is going to be the load stage, and this is quite easy. It's just going to be time sensitive in a way because you've got to get it done before the 40 days, and you're going to have to get a lot of items. You need combat items to the value of 200,000, survival items to the value of 100,000, provisions to the value of 150,000, and materials to the value of 300,000. Now, if you take a look at these, combat items can be very easy. If we have a look, they could be all your weapons, pretty much. You'll notice when I click on select items, it's bringing up all my weapons, my ammo, my grenades, and things like that. So just keep on donating. Select the items that you don't want to keep, like weapons or grenades or whatever you get, and keep on donating them. And these are worth quite a lot of money. So 200,000 isn't that much. Now, if you really wanted to cheese this and you had a lot of money and resources, what you could do to make this a little bit quicker is you could go to the traders. You could buy guns. So for example, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to buy 3 Berlettas, say I can buy 3 per day, so we'll purchase 3 of them, and then after I purchase them I can go over to the expedition and I can just go and donate them into combat items. So I'll go and find those 3 Berlettas that I just purchased. So we've got this one here, here, and here, and I got a 4th one as well that I had. I'll keep that one, but they're the 3 that we just bought. I'll confirm them and they'll be donated to the project, and already that's 8,700. So you can do that if you want to get that one done quick. You could also go to your workshop and your gun station and you can craft weapons if you want to, and these will be worth quite a bit more. So if you can craft blue weapons, they'll be worth more than green ones, and so on with the purple or even legendary. Moving on to the next item, which is survival items. This is going to be things like your augments, your shields, defibrillators, and your healables. This one can be a little bit more annoying because for the most part these aren't worth that much, but these are the sort of items you're going to want to do here. And again, you can cheese this a little bit if you want to. If you have a lot of cash, you could purchase defibrillators. For example, we could go over to the trader and we could go to our clinic and just keep on buying these at 3,000 a pop and keep on selling them. If you've got tons of money, that's a good way of doing it. You can also craft them as well, and craft items, craft bandages, craft augments, and just keep on donating them. You do have a lot of time at the time of making this video though, so I highly advise you do that as a last resort if you're running out of time or something like that. And then next would be provisions. This is probably the most difficult because provisions are going to be things like keys, which are worth nothing. They're going to be things like your trinkets, which are worth a lot of money, and then blueprints as well. So if you get any duplicate blueprints, these are worth 5,000 a pop, which is quite good value. Your seeds are going to count as well. These seeds are 10k per stack, and keys are worthless. So the best thing to do here, it's not like you can go and buy any of these or craft any of these, but what you can do is just search high value areas. A few great areas for trinkets that I like to use are on Damn Battlegrounds. You have the research and administration building up top there. You get a ton of trinkets at good value out of there. You can also get some very good trinkets at like Ruby Residence, which is a low risk area. Pale Apartments as well. These two buildings tend to have quite a lot of trinkets in them at times. If you want to go over to Spaceport, a real good building I like to use here is Departure Building. There's a room in Departure Building which has so many trinkets in, and you can make some very, very good money. And finally, there is Buried City. I like to use the hospital. There's an area in the hospital that's full of lockers and drawers, and you get a ton of trinkets out of there. Pretty much guarantees at least 3 watches, which are 2k a pop. That's also a great location. So searching these locations will get a lot of trinkets and will get some good value, and you got loads of time to do it as of right now. So that's my recommended areas for that if you're just looking for trinkets. And then finally, materials. For this is going to be gun parts and things like that. You've got your advanced electrical components there, advanced mechanical components. A lot of this can be crafted from your refiner. You can also purchase stuff like modules and complex gun parts from Celeste as well for seeds. But this should be very easy. Like materials, you're going to have a ton of materials. Just donate materials. You should have this one done in no time. Because getting the trinkets can be a hard one, I want to show you just one run of the research building on the dam. We just went in there now and got all of this, and we were looting with people. But we got a Lance's mixtape, we got a breathtaking snow globe, we got a poster of natural wonders, red coral jewelry, statue. We got loads from there. This is the research and admin building in front of me here. It's probably already looted. We're 3 minutes in, we're across the map, but just from the south of the building, what you want to do is run up the back steps. Now there can sometimes be a sentry turret here, so do be careful of that. It's also a hot area, so the tip earlier that I mentioned about getting friendly lobbies is a great idea. I'm currently on friendly lobbies, so hopefully even if there's people here, like on the last run, we'll just loot together and no one will get killed. But if you go up these steps at the back, this takes you into the area where tons of trinkets are, and it's great value. Real good area. I'm going to show you the hot areas to loot. Now, as soon as you go in, these are great to loot. All of these drawers have a good chance of some good items and trinkets, so make sure you check any drawers that have spawned in. We've just picked up a music album right away, which is quite good value. I think that's about 5k. Potentially, something like that, or at least a couple of k anyway. So do check these. But this isn't the gold. The gold is as we go into the next area. They are just well worth checking. But as we go in here and on the top floor, watch for more arc, watch for more like sentry turrets. But you want to run straight down this corridor here. We're going to start with these drawers. These drawers can have some trinkets in it, as these do. We'll pick those up. And then we got a lot of lockers. These lockers are what are the gold dust. Now inside here, you're going to find a lot of trinkets most of the time. Make sure you pick up any seeds as well, because we discussed about a stack of seeds being 10k worth. So well worth collecting. But just look at all these trinkets in these lockers. There's so many. So you can get some good value from here every single time you come here. There's 2 doors behind the lockers as well, with more lockers in them. So make sure that you're searching these. More seeds there as well. There's sometimes a bag here. This might not have any trinket in it, but it can have some good items. It's worth checking. And then there's one more door here, which has some more lockers inside. And we just get the one on this occasion. So got a light bulb there as well. So the area I mentioned to you before about coming for some extra light bulbs, we spawn here a lot. But once you've done those lockers, you then want to go down this central corridor and this room here. Sorry, not that room there. But there's some lockers here. Well, that guy just surprised us, so we had to kill him. Friendly lobbies aren't guaranteed to be friendly. I do just want to say that. Anybody can still shoot if they want to, like this silly person just did. But we killed him. And he actually had a trinket on him. We got a Lance's mixtape off of him, so... yeah, still be vigilant. Still be vigilant. How he didn't kill me then, I don't know. If you're watching this video, you are trash. But anyway, here's some more lockers here. They're good value, the playing cards. They're very good value. Look at our bag at the minute. It's 59k. This room here is the room. So I said to go into that one. It's this one here that has more lockers. So this is the one that guy was just in when he decided to try and kill us. And this is where he got the Lance's mixtape from. Now, there's still a lot more good loot up here. I'm not going to show you everything from here. These are the hot areas where you're just going to get plenty of lockers and drawers. But search every room up here. There's still some more drawers to be found and some other items. It's worth looting the whole area. But once you loot this area, you're probably going to have a good bag of trinkets to hand in. So after searching the rest of that floor, we got a 73k bag on us. Just look at all those trinkets. I'm going to hand those in now. And just after 2 runs from that location and handing in my seeds as well, which were 10k a stack, I'm already up to 125,000. There we go. Once you have donated enough items in all of those sections, you'll be on to stage 6, which is departure. Now, this will happen when the window opens at the time of recording in 40 days. When the windows open, it will give you the opportunity to go on the expedition and reset your character. And depending on the value of your inventory will depend on what rewards you get. So from now until the departure window, what you want to do, judging by last time, is to save 5 million. I'm not sure if it's going to be more than that this time. We don't know. But last time they wanted 5 million in between your cash. So I've currently got 2 million and what's in your inventory as well. So the total value of your inventory plus your cash is what it will equate to the 5 million needed, is how it worked last time. And when it goes to the departure window, it'll explain all this to you here. It will have like a commit to depart, and it will let you know the skill points and how close you are to earning each additional skill point. Now, you don't need the 5 million to depart at that stage. You can depart with nothing, but you're not going to get the additional skill points if you do that. What you want to do is have a cash part of 5 million to get each of the skill points, so when you get your new character, you have those 5 additional. But that's it. That is the expedition for this season. Hope this video has been helpful. We'll do the same next time as well. If you've got any questions whatsoever, just pop them down in the comments. I'll try and help you out. Don't forget to like the video and comment as well, just to support the video, and subscribe for more Arc Raiders content. Thank you for watching this, and until next time, take care.